Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Steam is currently running a ton of great deals right now and discounts on some massive titles, so we'll talk all about it. Games under the price of $3. These are games that are available directly on Steam, and you can buy them directly from Steam, so definitely quality titles to check out, especially with the EA Publisher Sale kicking off recently, but a lot of great stuff that is on sale, and this is honestly, as always, the tip of the iceberg as far as stuff that's available on Steam. Before we get into all of the deals, as I mentioned in the title, there is a last chance for a free Steam game that I do want to mention. Hotshot Racing over at Fanatical, our good friends over there. All you need to do is make an account, link your Steam account that has made a verified purchase in the past. They don't want people, making duplicate accounts and redeeming keys and things like that. And you have to sign up for the newsletter and link your account, and you're good to go. You get a free copy of Hotshot Racing, a pretty well-received game, $19.99 price tag typically, but you know what beats $19.99? Absolutely nothing, and it is free, so go check that out. Again, that'll be ending in the next day or so you want to jump on that as soon as possible. Now, let's talk about the games under the price of $3 because there's a lot of quality ones. Let's first talk the deals from the EA sale because there's quite a lot of good ones. Right off the top, Mirror's Edge. This is 90% off for $1.99. I'll also give a mention to Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which is 90% off for $1.99. Now, surprisingly, Mirror's Edge 2008, that for $2 is the more surprising deal because that usually has settled into a $5 price tag whenever it's on sale, but Catalyst has been $2 in the past before. So first, let's talk about Mirror's Edge 08. Came to PC in January of 2009. That's why you have a different date on the Steam page. Nevertheless, it came out on consoles in 2008. Fantastic game that is super, super replayable. Has some great parkour gameplay, a very linear focus, and it is a game that's on a shorter side, so I could understand why back in the day, $50-$60 was a little bit of a hard sell, but it has some very stylish presentation as well. A lot of people like to go the more pacifist route in playing the game, but Mirror's Edge is a great time. $2 for that is really good. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, on the other hand, boy oh boy, did this game get a mixed reception when it initially dropped. Has a 74 on Metacritic, which honestly speaking is still a pretty decent score, and I like the game. Now, do I think it's a $60 purchase? Do I think it's as good as the first Mirror's Edge? No, but visually, it is quite good. A lot of the parkour elements still hold up really strongly. Narratively, it's okay. And again, I still think it shines from a gameplay standpoint. I think that parkour style of gameplay still works out really well. For $1.99, I think Mirror's Edge Catalyst is a good buy. I would get both Mirror's Edge 08 and Catalyst. I think those are both really solid pickups. So definitely check out both of those. Titanfall 2, that is down 90% off for $2.99. That's the Ultimate Edition, by the way. Think that's a really good deal. Now, if you get into Titanfall these days, you're probably getting into the game from a single-player campaign perspective, which, that's fine. Titanfall 2 for $3 has a pretty darn good campaign. Like, if you're just buying that for the campaign for $3, you're gonna have a good time with it. It's not the lengthiest campaign in the world, but it's a solid one, and I always liked Titanfall's style of gameplay. It was a more fast-paced first-person shooter, and obviously you had the mecha influence as well. It's a great game. Unfortunately, I think EA shot themselves in the foot with how they released the game. Right before, I believe it was right around, I don't know if it was right before or right after, their own major first-person shooter release in Battlefield 1, right before like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Overwatch had just come out a few months prior. Probably would have benefited the game a lot by just pushing this game into the spring of 2017 instead of releasing it into that heavy fall of 2016 period. But nevertheless, Titanfall 2, by pretty much everyone agrees that it's a substantial improvement over Titanfall 1. Titanfall 1 didn't even have a campaign, so, Titanfall 2 had that going for it. So, great game for $3, no-brainer there. Next up, throwback RPG here. Jade Empire Special Edition is 90% off for $1.49. Now, this is a very, very throwback RPG. It is a BioWare title, so obviously BioWare in that era had a lot of, they had a lot of praise, and they were revered as one of the best RPG development studios on the planet. Jade Empire definitely shows its age, and I remember picking it up during the Steam Summer Sale one year. It was like one of my first times like PC gaming, or my first Summer Sale PC game. It might have been my first or second, but Jade Empire, I remember, was a game that went on sale, and a lot of people were like, yo, Jade Empire like never goes on sale, and during the Summer Sale, they had it 50% off for $7.49, and I remember, yo, I just gotta buy it if it never goes on sale. might as well get it 50% off. And then the following day after the summer sale ended, it saw a 75% off discount and it was like $374. So if you guys know why I'm so cheap, it's because of instances like that. Nevertheless, Jade Empire is still a worthwhile RPG to go through. Obviously has some jank. It's not a modernized experience, but you know, it's a game you can go back to and still play. BioWare of a heyday is still one of the elite RPG studios, and hopefully they do return to form with everything they're doing. Dreadwolf, the next Mass Effect, etc., etc. Lastly, for the EA deals, I do want to give a shout to Unravel, which is 90% off for $1.99. Great deal on Unravel. A very charming puzzle adventure title that just has such a great look to it. I remember when Unravel was revealed, it was that really emotional presentation at that EA conference. And, you know, from that standpoint, I think a lot of people just realized that this is a game that had a lot of soul and emotion poured into it. Does it have its issues? Yes, the gameplay isn't as refined and some of the puzzles are a little bit questionable, but overall, I still had a great time with the game and the presentation is stellar. That from that standpoint, I think it's a worthwhile game to go through. Alright, next up, Ryse Son of Rome, 75% off for $2.49. I remember when this game was an Xbox One launch title, and everybody absolutely lost their mind over it, given that it was a $60 game and you can complete it in like 4 hours. Nevertheless, you're not paying $60 for it. You're legitimately paying like 1/30th of the initial cost, or close to 1/30th. At $2.49, Ryse Son of Rome is actually a good time to go through because it's a fun action title. You just are not getting a ton of content. Visually, man, it's a decade old at this stage of the game, but Crytek delivers what Crytek delivers, and it is still a stunning game to look at. And, you know, for $2.49, I think it's a worthwhile game to go through. Definitely would give it a shout at that price point. Next up, Alan Wake, 70% off for $4.49. Love me some Alan Wake. I think it's a fantastic game that, yes, the gameplay isn't like super refined. You know, I think the flashlight gimmick works relatively well, but narratively and atmospherically, this game is tremendous. It's, you know, the horror tone to it, it's not like a super scary game or anything like that, but the tonality in this game is great, and the suspense is absolutely there. Narratively, it's compelling. You do have the DLC here as well, so that's nice, and the game itself isn't super lengthy, but for $4.49, you're getting an engrossing, story-driven, third-person action title, and I think it's worthwhile for that price point. Next up, speaking of third-person action titles, Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, 85% off for $2.99. Whenever we see this game at $3, you gotta give it a recommendation. I'm a broken record with it. It's a tremendous open-world action title. I've heard the comparisons to GTA in Hong Kong. I don't necessarily entirely agree with that. I get it. It's a crime open-world title, but has a more focus on its hand-to-hand combat, a more gritty, mature story, in my opinion. Like, GTA can get pretty comedic. Sleeping Dogs really ain't like that in a lot of instances. For $3, I think it's a great buy and would definitely give it a shout. Next up, if you got a couple friends to play with, Magicka is a great time. It's a game that absolutely has its quirk and its zaniness, but man, it's a fun time to just go through. Super comedic action magic title. Have fun with it, and don't take it too seriously, because if you do, you'll probably rage at it. But for $2.49, goodbye here. And lastly, do want to give a shout to Just Cause 2 and Just Cause 3. Just Cause 2 at $1.49 is a really good deal. It's the Just Cause game that's kind of forgotten about, but because Just Cause 3 is usually the one people gravitate towards, and I can understand why, but Just Cause 2 is an over-the-top open-world action title as well, a more, you know, not as scaled of an open world as Just Cause 3, given that Just Cause 2 initially was a PS3 and 360 game. Just Cause 3, obviously, an over-the-top action title, one of the worst PC ports of all time when it initially came out, and a decent playthrough now. Just don't take it too seriously. This ain't a game you're gonna get emotionally gripped into the narrative. It's a game that, you know, you kind of mentally check out and just do crazy stuff in the open world, but sometimes that's exactly what you need out of your video games. But that's gonna do it for me. Again, a lot of great Steam deals available right now. Go check them out. Links to all of these, as always, in the description box below. That'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.